Welcome back to the channel, and in this video, we will be breaking down the Week 13 Thanksgiving Day and Black Friday games. And real quick, before we break down those games, we got a quick recap from our Week 12 bets, and we crushed it. The Panthers got there and almost won outright, the Bears got there with the cover, the Lions game beat us badly here, and the Dolphins and Tua was easy money. The Buccaneers versus Giants game was also a good one for us, with Baker over his rushing yards and Bucky Irving over 14.5 yards. One of my favorite bets was a Brian Robinson Jr., who got hurt. It looked like the first play of the game, and this was just doomed from the start. Javonte Williams couldn't score, and my other favorite bet also failed big time, with James Conner getting 8 yards. Sunday and Monday Night Football crushed it for us though, with Puka over 6.5 catches, the Eagles covering, the Ravens covering, and Mark Andrews over 33.5 yards. So, our official record is now 9-5, but we are up 342 units with some nice help with a couple plus money wins. So, without further ado, let's get into the picks. Now, we are going to really break down these 4 games. So the games are the following this weekend. Chicago Bears plus 10.5 points at Detroit Lions with the over at 48 points. The Giants plus 3.5 points at the Dallas Cowboys with the over at 37 points. The Miami Dolphins plus 3.5 points at Green Bay Packers with the over at 47 points. And lastly, the Las Vegas Raiders plus 13.5 points at Kansas City Chiefs with the over at 42.5. So let's start with the first game on the slate. The Bears at the Lions. This is a big line, and I am not really a big fan of laying that many points, so I am going to tackle this a different way. I like Caleb Williams over 25 rushing yards, and the Lions to win outright at minus 110. Since the Bears made a change at OC, Caleb Williams has been taking off and running a lot more. It seems that they may have told Caleb, hey, if it is not there, don't be afraid to use your legs. This game should require the Bears to be throwing the ball to keep up with the Lions. So I see a lot of plays where Caleb takes off and runs. Now, I also like a nice little long shot with both running backs on the Lions to score a touchdown. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs to both score a touchdown at plus 144. The Lions love running the ball. Next, we got the Giants at the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys to win and cover in this game. The Giants are showing little to no life. They had an embarrassing performance, and I mean embarrassing. And usually, I would say, okay, this could be a good bounce-back spot for the Giants, especially since the Cowboys won an emotional game that no one thought they would win. And of course, the Giants got smoked. But there is a ton of damage going on in the Giants locker room. From the Daniel Jones situation to now, Malik Nabers is going off. The Cowboys should come ready to play, and their defense should be too much for Tommy DeVito to handle. Another bet I do like is Malik Nabers over 5.5 catches at minus 138. I think he is going to get fed early and often. A lot of screen plays and short passes to him. Especially after his comments last week, the Giants have to make it a priority to get him the ball. Malik also cooked last time he played the Cowboys, going for 12 catches and 115 yards. And of course, the Cowboys' defense is not really good, especially at home. Next, we got the Miami Dolphins plus 3.5 points at Green Bay Packers, with the over at 47 points. This might be my favorite bet of the weekend. I love the Packers minus the points. QB Tua Tagovailoa hasn't played well in cold temperatures in recent seasons. The Hawaii native 1-7 record with 9 touchdowns and 12 interceptions in games played below 50 degrees. The forecast for Green Bay, Wisconsin Thursday is a projected low of 20, with cloudy conditions according to weather.com. The real field temperature is expected to dip to 6 degrees with 9 mph winds. That could add another layer of difficulty for Tagovailoa and the Dolphins. Such extreme cold, combined with the wind, can impact everything, from the grip on the ball to the effectiveness of the passing game. For a team accustomed to Miami's warm conditions, these elements may amplify existing challenges, especially given Tagovailoa's track record in colder games. Also, on the other side of the ball, the Packers looked very good last week. They ran the ball well, and the Dolphins against the run rank middle of the pack, but I think we see a big Josh Jackbo game again. It's going to be cold, and Josh can be a physical runner. I see a lot of broken tackles, and that is why I am taking his over at 72.5 yards at minus 115. I also think the game script will be there all game. And lastly, the Las Vegas Raiders plus 13.5 points at Kansas City Chiefs with the over at 42.5. This is a huge number for a divisional game. And yes, I know the Raiders have been a dumpster fire since trading Davante Adams, and I know they are on their third string cornerback, but the Chiefs don't look amazing either. They needed a game-winning drive to get it down against the Panthers, and the Raiders last year were not very good, and they lost outright to their divisional rival on Christmas Day. That's the thing with divisional rivalry games. Weather, records, and all that often take a back seat to the intensity and unpredictability of these matchups. Teams know each other, inside and out, and the familiarity breeds not just contempt, but a level of competitiveness that can defy expectations. With that being said, I can't lay it with the Chiefs or take the points with the Raiders. Instead, I like Brock Bowers over 61.5 yards. The Chiefs are bad against tight ends, and the Raiders love feeding him, and for good reason. But the real reason we're playing this is because the Chiefs are flat bad against pass-catching tight ends. For example, Isaiah Likely went for 11 catches, 125 yards, and a touchdown. Mike Gesicki went for 7 catches and 91 yards. George Kittle went for 6 catches and 92 yards. Cade Otton went for 8 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown. Last time Brock played the Chiefs, he went for 5 catches and 58 yards. I see a lot more targets and a big day for Brock. Well, that's it for this video. We'll also be dropping another video, and link will be in the description about some crazy long shots I'm eyeing and some fun prop plays, so make sure to check that out. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos just like this. See you in the next one.